Hello. So about 2 years ago, I made this TikTok video right before my 30th birthday saying that I would make a series of videos talking about what I learned in my teens and my early 20s as I was getting ready to prep for 30. And I planned to do like one video a week talking about a different topic that women feel what women feel pressured to do by 30. I think I released one video and it talked about the pressure of people saying you need to live on your own and not live with your parents in your late 20s and all of that. But even though it's 2 years later, I don't think it's too late to go back to this subject. And so today, I want to talk about the societal pressure of getting married before your 30s. I don't know who came up with this. Well, let me say, I know the historical context behind it, but again, historical behind. We're talking about the past. In our modern society, there's no time limit, and there should be no time limit to this. And I think people get themselves in bad situations because they are trying to follow society's rules about what they should do when. So people start compromising, they start getting desperate, they start rushing. And you shouldn't rush. Marriage is meant to be a lifelong commitment. If you are thinking about it from a biblical context, it is literally a covenant between you, God, and that man. And people just take covenants way too easily. People feel like promises just should be able to be easily broken and ties easily severed. And not saying that that can never happen or never be the case, but I think we would try harder not to get out of a covenant if we tried harder or were more careful about who we enter into a covenant with. So if we do the work on the front end, maybe we won't have as many issues on the back end. That's not the point of today's video, but the point of today's video overall is you're not running out of time, so don't feel like you need to rush. And what I mean by that is 30 is not old. This thing about being 30 being old, it's just a complete falsehood. I feel great. If anybody that's been following my TikTok knows I've lost over 150 pounds over the past 2 years. So I feel better than I did in my 20s. I'm a lot healthier. And I got married. I'm almost 32. I got married when I was 31 back in May. And I started dating that person when I was 30. And so what I would say through all of this I've learned is, one, how quickly and swiftly God can move when he feels like it's time. But two, again, you're not old and you're not running out of time. I'm trying to put this into words. Don't listen to people who try to make you feel like you're old or feel like you're running out of time or you should be doing this and this by this and try to make you feel like you should have kids or like whatever pressure is being put into your lap. Don't buy into it if it's not your time or you feel like it's not your time. I am so glad. I'm thankful that I didn't get married in my 20s the way that I thought I wanted to, because I was not mentally or spiritually ready. I wasn't mature enough. And I know now that God was protecting me from making a mistake. I know he's protecting me from making a mistake, and he allowed me to live so much life that I wanted to live. I got to travel to so many places I had wanted to travel to since I was a kid. And just start seeing singleness and your time of being free as a blessing and not a curse, because soon enough you'll get married, life will get real, there'll be budgets, people will be asking you, did you balance that spreadsheet, and no, we can't eat at this restaurant this week, and no, we can't have that restaurant next week. Soon enough a man will be coming and telling you that. So just take your time and enjoy this moment, enjoy this season of being single. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy your dog. My husband and my dog have a little beef, but that's a different story. They love each other, but it's like love hate. The other thing I want to say is, don't listen to men. This is not a man hating post by any means, but we have to be careful. I see so many people that know me really well know it burns my biscuit when men get on these vlogs and what do they like, the podcast. When they get on these podcasts and they're doing the asking the women to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10, and then they're telling the woman how they're not the rating that they rated themselves, and they're doing this whole high value, low value thing. Can't stand it. And I think it's so interesting that most of the men that have these podcasts and they tell women what men look for in a wife and how to be a wife and what they should and shouldn't be doing, most of them don't have a wife. So I just find it very interesting that you are telling me how to qualify for something you don't have. How do you know what makes a good wife, sir? You don't have one. You don't have one. Your fellow men that's sitting on the podcast kikiing with you don't have one. Their friends are probably not one. And to be honest, no offense, their mama probably wasn't a wife either. So like where are they getting this expertise from? They didn't measure they probably never seen a husband. So how do they major in husbandry to know what husbands want? They're not a husband. They don't have a wife. So just be careful of who you listen to, because people will put a lot of foolishness out there and it's simply not true. And that's what I wanted to say today. Just be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. It will happen in due time, in due season, when it needs to happen. Focus on you. Focus on whatever that dream that you have that you've been tucking away or you've been scared to pursue that. Go to the gym, read books. I love to read. I'm a big mystery novelist. I can give you a lot of good recommendations for mystery novels. I read some romance novels as well, but I definitely mystery has taken over. What else do I like to do? I like to play with my dog. I love to watch K-drama. If you like K-drama, I can give you a whole list of K-dramas. Anime, 90s anime girl. I can give you all the 90s hits. Just get a hobby and read your Bible, and just don't focus on, I got to get this, I got to get this, I got to get that. That is just what you need to do before you're 30 or by the time you're 30 is a killer in society. And another thing I want to say, for people who are older than me that are already in their 30s, and maybe you're feeling down because you're like, well, people told me not to panic when I was 30 or 31 or 32, but now I'm 35, now I'm 36, now I'm 37. Again, you are not old. You are not running out of time. You still have enough time to do exactly what you want and what you need to do. Just take every day step by step and pursue being a better person. Pursue being a better version of you versus the version of you that you think somebody wants. That's it.